So, welcome back. This is your host, Prince Avery with Self Education Radio. It's been a while since I made a video. Been getting some other stuff done, doing some promo work, getting some thoughts together, preparing my documentary that I'm coming out with. I hope you check out the preview, which I'll be releasing in the next couple of days. But for today, one topic that I've been getting a lot of response on my YouTube channel, a lot of people have been leaving comments addressing the issue of, do governments or corporations own governments? Every time you want to talk about the monetary system, the whole scheme of worldwide economics that's leading us towards a collapse, people want to blame the corporations. So I wanted to do this little short presentation, this short video, just to go over and see if the corporations actually control the government or if it's actually the other way around. And the first article I want to start with is this one right here that I got pulled up. Small business paramilitary raised by the IRS DOJ documentary released. And I'm probably gonna post up a link to the documentary. You can see it for yourself. But it says right here, this documentary is not about the guilt or innocence of the citizens involved. It is about the increasing number of unconstitutional paramilitary Gestapo-style raid tactics involving two agencies of the federal government, say Jan Morgan, an AP award-winning investigative TV journalist and conservative columnist. So, these, pretty much white-collar crime investigations, and they get raided by heavily armed government agencies, where it's usually 40 to 50 agents being utilized. And pretty much they go into how so many companies and businesses get raided by the Department of Justice and the IRS, which are government entities. Now, one question I would have to everyone who tells me that corporations own the government is, how many corporations have you seen ever raid the government? How many corporations have you seen go in and raid a government office? That's not enough for you though. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. U.S. government moves to shut down the world's biggest online poker companies. Again, you will never hear the reverse of this. You will never hear a poker company going to shut down the government, but you will see the opposite, which is what you have right here. So, federal prosecutors today unsealed a sweeping indictment against Isaiah Scheinberg and Raymond Bitar, whatever, founders of the world's biggest online poker companies, and moved to try to shut down their business. Filed by the U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara. And pretty much they're being accused of making billions of dollars in money laundering, because the companies are set up in offshore company, and it's pretty much overseas companies, and it's online. So what the district attorney did was to try to seize 3 of the URLs, or the domain names, to the website. So pretty much the U.S. attorney in Manhattan moved to try to shut them down by seizing 5 internet domains, not 3. PokerStars.com, FullTiltPoker.com, and a couple of other ones. But pretty much, this is just one more example, and there's many more. You could keep going through them, of the government actively going out and shutting down the corporation, the business, no matter how many billions of dollars the businesses are making. And even when the businesses are not even physically here, they make moves to arrest companies that are abroad. And since in this case they couldn't really get to the people who run the company, what they did was arrested a banker and arrested a payment processor, Chad Ely. Chad Eli, I don't know how to say that, and John Campos. They have a lot of weird names in this article. And and they pretty much, so they going after whoever they could get that's in the United States, whoever they could physically touch, because the company itself is not affecting the government in any way. It's millions of people log on to the websites, put up their money, play poker voluntarily. No one is forced to participate in this, but yet you have the government coming in and saying, no, you can't do that. So for everyone out there who tries to tell me that corporations own the government, how can you own something you can't control? Now, the government could control the corporations. Final example, before we're done, and this is something that's put out there to help the corporations, and it's It's onvia.com. It's intelligence for winning more government business. You hear that? Intelligence for winning more government business. Finding government contracts, a targeted approach. So companies that bid on government contracts often go about it in a costly and inefficient way. As your company prepares for a bid, you can minimize wasted effort and maximize your chances for the contract award with this targeted 3-step approach. Research the agency, analyze your competition, and develop your bid strategy. Now realize here, when they say analyze your competition, they don't mean analyze the competition like people who you're gonna produce a better product than, like people who are competing with you to produce a certain service or product. What you're competing for is to just get the contract from the government. And you're just competing with everybody else to get the government's money. You're not even worried about the public who actually spent the money. Now, in the private sector, that doesn't happen. The companies have to come to you to get your money. Apple can't make any money if we don't buy the phones. They can't go to the government to get money regardless whether we buy the phones or not. But as you see, that's what these agencies and these companies are doing, which is why agencies like this one have to exist to help the companies. Now, if the companies had so much control and so much power over the government, then how come it is that they're sitting here talking about how it's costly and inefficient to try to get a government contract, how they're wasting efforts and wasting money to do this, and it's not guaranteed. So they're going to the steps. Step 1, you have to research the agency, do some agency intelligence. Do you know anyone in the agency? Isn't that how most lobbying starts off? You know, the revolving door. You know someone that works for a certain government agency. You got a corporation that could stand to benefit from a contract or a law that they could pass. Bow, you in there. Very easy. So just read through this and try to tell me how. I just want an honest response. How can you tell me corporations control the government? After looking at this and after realizing just common sense, you apply to the government for permission to be a corporation. You can't be a corporation without the government's permission. So how does a corporation own the government? A corporation can't arrest you. A corporation cannot shoot you. The government can. How do you people not get this? I'm done. I'm going to be making more videos like this. I hope you like the format. Please leave a comment and please subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.